Good morning, everyone. One man is in custody on a capital murder charge in connection to the killing of a convenience store clerk. A 50-year-old clerk was found inside the Stripes on South Staples with a gunshot wound. Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. We begin with breaking news from the campus of Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi, where a shooting has left one person dead. The victim has been identified as a professor on that campus. There's no word of any other injuries. Now, the campus was locked down after reports of an active shooter. A university spokesperson says it is still an active situation there on campus. We got it. We successfully handed off the baton, otherwise known as the Spirit Stick, and we will tell you more about this. But for now, some other stories we're working on later today on Chris 6 News. We're following the latest after that incident in the Molina neighborhood.
Rachel, how's it going out there?
Yeah, that's right, Mike. Well, this is one of the highest voter turnout polling places in Nueces County, and we're here today. And as you can see right behind me, they're kind of keeping track of how many people have come to vote. By 11:30, well, right about now, there's been 19. Not too many people. I checked inside. But for people that are still planning to come down and cast their ballot, they're going to want to remember that the voter ID law is in effect.
Welcome back, everyone. With me now is Miss Sydney Purvis with Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Welcome to Chris 6 Studios, young lady.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and you are talking to us about a new ride unique from every other, the Batman ride. Tell us about the Batman ride.
Purse says once the concrete culverts are dropped into the water, it will immediately develop habitat and draw fish and fishermen to the area. Bot says on a normal day when the park is open for business, this picnic area is filled with people. There's even some picking their favorite spots out on the beach. But that's not the case today.
That's right, Jen and Lee. The Padre Island National Seashore is officially closed, and crews spent their last few hours on the job this morning making sure no one comes through. Now, park rangers boarded up the visitors center, and cones have been placed at the entrance of the park. Park rangers say they've even had to cancel several school field trips, and they hope to reschedule those when the park reopens. Jen, Lee.
Doris says she hopes to call this place home again before the new year, but as you can see, even by the looks of the kitchen, there's still a long way to go.
City officials say there are plans to build a hotel right here in this area, but as you can see, cleanup still has a long way to go.
2012 could be a result of several variables, including Border Patrol issues and the increase in population in both San Patricio County and the Aransas Pass area. Police say it all started here at the Bay Point Apartments when the woman pulled up in her red Mustang, tried to punch in her gate code, and was approached by the three suspects who held her at gunpoint. The focus of demolition will be on the west side of the old hospital property, and officials with Del Mar College say they're not sure what exactly they plan to put here next. Animal control officers say, though, not all the dogs are quite that easy to catch. Take these two in particular. They say anytime the dogs get wind of the scent of the truck, they take off running and they can't catch them.
Vector control officers use what's called an aspirator to suck the mosquitoes out of the net and then transfer them into the container by blowing them into the jar and corking the inside.
So we built into this home the ability to uses about 50% less water than a typical home in Corpus Christi.
Water efficiency is the focus for the first cottage subdivision in the city, and Bart Brazelton with Brazelton Homes says the 150 cottages at South Lake off Slough Road are nearly ready to fill up with residents.
We sold 5 yesterday.
Okay.
So this is total so far in here is probably 30.
So there's still some available. And what kind of are these single family homes?
Single family homes starting from the 120s up to about the 160s.
So with that kind of green, you can go green starting with your lawn, which consists of Bermuda grass that can withstand dry conditions, plus native plants that don't need a ton of watering, which is perfect for times like these when the city is under drought restrictions. These smart homes also have a drip irrigation ground system versus a sprinkler system.
One of the nice things about the drip is that you can water any day you want to, not just on trash day.
Plus, even the 0.36 inches of rain we got Tuesday will be recycled and won't go to waste. National stats say that on average, homes' roofs can harvest up to 600 gallons of water from just 1 inch of rainfall. But where does that water go? Well, here are the smart homes. It goes right into this rain barrel that holds up to 40 gallons of water that can be recycled and used to water your grass. Going green doesn't stop at the door. Inside, potential buyers will find countless ways to save, including a recycling center, natural gas stove, and, keeping to the conservation theme, low-flow toilets, tubs, and sinks. Rachel Cole, KRIS 6 News.
Daddy and Mama.
Meet Emily. Her parents are just 2 of the thousands of residents across the coastal bend who will benefit from the 4,000 square foot addition that is being built by Mueller Inc. Every year, the company based out of Bollinger, Texas, selects one nonprofit agency and helps them expand their facilities to help their cause.
There was over 200 different nonprofit organizations that had applied for the 2013 building.
Harvey Manning, the project leader, says in June the center was given the 2013 Helping Hands Award.
We started from absolutely nothing but a hope and a dream to where we installed the slab September the 6th.
Which led us to today, where nearly 40 volunteers from Mueller were up at the crack of dawn to start piecing together the structure. Despite Sunday's rainfall, crews were able to start the building project on time. It will take them 72 hours to complete this whole project to help accommodate the 88,000 people that are hearing impaired across 23 counties.
Once it's completed, then it'll be used for office space, meeting, and maybe some classroom opportunities.
This is the 5th year Mueller Inc. has done this. It's their way of giving back to nonprofits all across the Lone Star State. Plus, Mirnaloy Manning, Emily's grandma, who works at the center, says this will strengthen communication.
For the hard of hearing, because there's so many more of them out there who don't really know what to do.
And although the addition is for those who are hard of hearing, the heartwarming project will surely speak volumes to everyone. Rachel Cole, KRIS 6 News. Residents are reeling in the chance to finally get back out on the water. Emil Dean and his wife come to Lake Corpus Christi every year and have for the past 8 years and seen the ups and downs here at Sunrise Beach, literally.
Well, I'm glad to see it coming back up because they can launch some boats there now.
Park officials say it's only Tuesday, and with lake levels on the rise like they are, by the end of the week, the boat ramp could be back open to the public.
We're looking at the next 65 feet of land would be underwater within the next 2 or 3 days, so the boat ramp will be open.
Plus, park manager Bert Hill says with water levels rising, crews have been busy moving buoys up and cutting the grass. And it'll soon be time for signs like these to come down for the first time since 2007.
It's gradually gone up and down since then, but right now it's coming back up and we're all excited about it.
Especially folks like Dean, who can't seem to get his fishing pole ready fast enough.
You got to have new line because you never know what you're going to get a hold of out here. You might get a hold of one of those alligator gar.
And with the public heading back to the lake, Hill says they'll see a boost in revenue because recreational activities like fishing will pick up.
Boat activity, swimming, all camping activity, everything increases when the lake levels are up. Jet skis, all kinds of watercraft activity.
Rachel Cole, Chris 6 News.
I said, oh my God, the snake again, the snake!
Eddie Jackson says she's been wide awake for 72 hours, wondering where inside her home a snake slithered off to. Are you afraid of snakes at all? Or?
Definitely. I haven't slept in 3 days.
Jackson spotted the 16-inch snake on Monday.
This is the cabinet I found it in.
Okay.
I went to pick this up, and he was under there, and I just thought it was a little string of something. And
Did
when
you touch
moved,
it?
No, but when I lifted it up, he moved.
Moved underneath the stove where no one could find it, and Jackson's only weapons to ward off the snake, a can of Raid and some baby powder to try to spot its tracks while waiting for maintenance workers.
It took them an hour to get there, so the snake had disappeared because I didn't know. I didn't know how to capture it.
But this morning, the snake surprised Jackson.
I went to sit on the toilet, and as I walked to the toilet, something moved.
Jackson was so scared she couldn't even use the bathroom.
But I went to my neighbors to use the bathroom because I still hadn't used the bathroom in all that time.
After taking the toilet apart, police caught the grass snake and say it isn't poisonous, but Jackson thought otherwise.
I thought he was poisonous because I had no way of knowing whether it was poisonous or could bite or could do anything. I didn't know.
And just when Jackson thought things were over, this huge tarantula was found right outside her door. She says it's scary, but knows that because she lives close to an open field, it's to be expected. She's just glad the snake is gone, putting an end to her nightmare.
Oh, I'm so happy to have it out of there because now I can at least take a nap.
Rachel Cole, KRIS 6 News.